Hi guys, so my name's Chad and welcome back. I wanted to do something special for you guys today, and today we're going to do ear candling. So if no one has ever heard of ear candling before, it has so many amazing medical good measures that's just really going to help you out. So first off, just with the COVID-19 stuff going on right now, it's really good to reduce the symptoms of the cold or the flu. It's good for removing earwax out of your ear. It's good in reducing headaches or any type of migraines that you may be having. It's good just for overall mental clarity. And lastly, it actually reduces sinus infection. I've been doing it for about a year, and I've been doing it for my family, my friends, and it's been wonderful. I get great feedback. Everybody says it's a wonderful opportunity, and they feel amazing afterwards. So we're gonna get started here. You can actually get these ear candles at Walmart for $6, and you can order them online. You can get them wherever you'd like. But you wanna make sure when you get them that it's beeswax. And so we'll look at those here in a little bit. So I just wanna make sure that you guys get that. You can get them anywhere, order them online. So it's made actually out of beeswax, so it's really cool. And so next you wanna use just a regular pie plate. And the reason why you wanna use this is because when we get started, we're actually gonna light these on fire. So you wanna make sure that the person that you're doing this with, that you are taking preventative measures not to burn them. So this is gonna really help making sure that they don't get hurt. And then next, we're gonna use some scissors because we're gonna eventually be cutting the excess ash off the ear candle as it's burning down. And we're gonna use just a regular lighter. And I just got some water just for emergency purposes. And then we're just gonna take some hand sanitizer and some gloves just to make sure practicing safe measures, just to reduce the bacteria. All right, so with us today we have Stacy. So she's gonna be our model today. So she's gonna lay down. She's gonna get comfortable on the couch. And so basically the whole process is just to create like a really nice positive environment, very therapeutic, very relaxing, very quiet. So we're gonna get started. All right, the first thing you wanna do is just make sure that you sanitize your hands, just to eliminate all that bacteria, because you wanna make sure you're nice and safe. And then I'm just gonna use just regular gloves. And I just wanted to show you guys real quick what they look like after you take them out. So look at this. All right, yeah, so you get 2 in each box, 1 for each ear. And typically it takes about 8 minutes for each one to burn down. And then next, as I mentioned before, you got the pie plate. And then what you want to do is cut like a little tiny circle in the middle of the pie plate. And so what that's going to do is going to give you the ability to put the ear candle down through the hole. And so as the candle's burning down with the fire, any ash that would fall down, it's going to fall down in this tray, and it's going to protect the person that you're doing it for. So I'm going to stick it down in their ear very gently. And you kind of want to stick it down in their ear at about a 45-degree angle. And so once you get it nicely down in there, you want to do it kind of tight, so because it's going to create like a vacuum. So how this kind of works is then when I light this at the top, it's going to create a flame at the top, and the smoke is going to start coming down the tube. And it's going to really start warming up that earwax that's down in the ear. It's going to create a natural vacuum that's going to start sucking all that warm earwax out of the ear. So I've made sure that the person you're doing it for, they feel comfortable. It's nice and snug in the ear. You want to make sure that it's not too tight, but it's not too loose at the same time, so it can really create a good suction. So what you're going to do, we're just going to get started. So here comes the fun part. So you're just going to light the very end of the stick. And as you're lighting it, you can kind of see the flame start to make a circular motion around the whole entire end. Because these sticks, they're completely hollow. So it's going to start to smoke down the canal, and it's going to create like a really warm smoke that's going to go down into her ear, and it's going to start kind of like melting all that earwax that's in her ear. So like I said, it takes about 8 minutes for it to burn all the way down, and about every inch burns down, you want to cut that excess off, because if you don't, then it kind of disrupts that suction that we're trying to create. And so I got a pair of scissors here, and so I'm just going to use those scissors to start cutting the excess off as soon as it's about an inch burned down. All right, so we're about 3 or 4 minutes in, and as you can see, it's burned down about 1.5 inches. So, and I've already asked Stacy, she already says that she feels like that crackling down in her ear. So if you start hearing crackling, that just means that that earwax is really starting to warm up, and the tube is creating a vacuum, and it's really gonna start warming up that wax, and it's gonna start pulling it through the tube. So that's what we want. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cut off this excess part of that. See how that worked? So you just cut it off, and then the ash just falls down in the tray, and the person is completely safe, and it hasn't harmed them in any way. And you want to keep doing this every inch, because that's going to create that vacuum, and that's what we want to keep having. Alright, so we're about 5 minutes in, and I would say we probably got about 3 or 4 minutes remaining. So I would say we're about halfway through, and I'm about to cut off another inch of the ear candle here. There you go. So I just wanted to mention, like, I did this for my grandma a few times actually, and she was having issues hearing out of her left ear. And after I did this for her the first time, she said this is the best that she was able to hear out of her ear for the past 10 years. So I was so thankful that just doing something like this was able to clarify her in her ear, and she was able to hear better out of her ear. So that was a wonderful success story, so I just wanted to share that as well. Alright, so we're nearing the end of the process for the first side of the ear. So as you can see, I've slid the pie pan all the way down to where it's almost touching Stacy's face. And we have about 1.5 inches remaining here. So we basically want to go ahead and stop the process before it gets too close to her face. So I'm going to go ahead and finish, and I'm going to go ahead and pull the ear candle out of her ear. So once you pull it out, I'm going to take this over. And I already have water here that I'm just gonna go ahead and burn that out. All right, and then so now you're left with about 2 or 3 inches remaining of the ear candle. So you can see it's burnt down all the way. So guys, this is the part where if you're squeamish, I would maybe stop watching, but if you're really anxious to know what's gonna be inside here, I would definitely stay tuned. So we're about to unravel this, and we're about to find out what is in here. So here we go. So what I like to do is just get like a paper towel or something here, and I'm just gonna kind of cut off the rest of the excess part that was burnt from the flame. And so the way this candle is designed is that the beeswax that it's made out of, it ravels like kind of like a mummy. You know how like a mummy like unravels itself? It's kind of like that. So you got to just kind of find a point where you can start unraveling it like this. So as I'm unraveling it, you can start to see like some of this orange residue here. So that's definitely earwax. And so as you're rolling, you're gonna start to see a lot more because it's all down in the bottom of the candle when we created that vacuum. So as you can see, we have a good chunk of earwax right there. Look at that. So I would say we've got like a good inch of pure earwax right here that was taken out of her ear. So all of this was warmed up and vacuumed out of her ear because of the ear candle. Like, look how amazing that is. So I just want to ask really quick, Stacy, how do you feel after your first ear candling experience? Come over. I just want to kind of hear, like, how do you feel out of your ear? Like, is it good?
I feel like it's like lighter almost.
Lighter?
Yeah, like it's so weird.
Like you feel that mental clarity that I talked about in the beginning.
Yes, it's like it's almost like that feeling like when you get a haircut or a trim.
Yeah.
Like you can feel it.
Like it just feels fresh and light and like rejuvenated.
Yes, there you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. So this is an amazing thing. I would recommend it to anybody. It's completely safe as long as you're done with care and you do it slowly and use all your precautions and you do it just like how I did in this video. So there you have it. There is ear waxing revealed. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. And so we're going to wrap up here. We did one ear, but we're going to do the second one. So yeah, we're going to get started on that. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I look forward to seeing you guys again. And thanks, Stacy, for being here.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, take care. See you guys. Bye.